Hey Aries, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for November 3rd, 2025. This is for Aries. Last shuffle coming out for Aries. Let's see what's going on here. Aries, 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 we have a decrease and we also have a deception. So there's something here about things clearing up for you where you're seeing things clearer. I feel that you're going to see the untapped potential in a situation. You'll see it before everyone else. Archangel Uriel is here, and Archangel Uriel is trying to express that there's something underneath the surface. Like, you need to see this. It's unlikely that you will be able to get to it if you're focusing on what has been taken from you, how you've been deceived, how you've been led astray, misled, all that stuff. Like, if you think of that stuff, it will take you away from where they're trying to direct you. Focus on authenticity. Focus on, you know what I mean? There's the opposition of authenticity, which is the opposite. You know what I mean? The opposite of that is the deception, the betrayals, right? The omitting of truths. That they don't want you to focus on that. They want you to focus on what is authentic to you. They want you to know that that is the only way for you, your way, right? And your way is about knowing what, you know what I mean? Authenticity, about what you want, who you are, where you're going, all that stuff, instead of focusing on what they didn't tell you, what they didn't show you. That is just going to lead you astray, because that's what this world is all about. It's all the vice versa mess, right? You've got beauty, then you got the jealousy, then you got the authenticity, then you got the deception. And so it's one and the same. One hand, you know what I mean? There's a right hand and a left hand. It's always there, but they want you to focus on the one side of it. Is that although you may have been taken from, there is something that you do know to be true. There is some kind of undercurrent that they want you to focus on, the potential in the situation. Like, there's always a benefit, you know what I mean, to everything that happens. Like, uncovering a deception, there's always some kind of benefit to it for you. And if you think of it that way, then you win. You're golden, right? Most of us can't. All we can remember or think about is what happened, how it happened, how jacked up it was, not seeing like, ooh, wait a minute. So they did not tell the truth about this. They took this from me. What does that mean? What does that mean for me? How can I benefit from this? You know what I mean? That's how criminals get through all the time. If you're a really good criminal, it's because you are able to see the other side, right? The Robin Hoods of the world, in a sense. So I'm just throwing that out here. And Ace of Wands, Temperance, Knight of Swords, and Ten of Swords, almost at three, is the decrease. The decrease is in you not seeing something. That's decreasing. So I feel that once maybe the shock wave of deception like falls away, what we see now is a new opportunity. And what's being shed, usually when deception is revealed, what's left is what's true. What's left is what is purpose. Temperance speaks of a purpose, of understanding the meaning of something, understanding the whys, right? And how what also is being revealed is your ambitions, your intentions, that is still valid. The spirit is so like, now you can do it. Now you're free to do what you wanted to do. I feel that the deception too with King of Swords and Two of Cups is that for many of you, you may have felt that a certain pathway was part of your purpose, or a certain pathway, or certain people or something was part of going towards, you know what I mean? It was part of this deception was like, this was the right way. Your objective is still pure and clear, and you're supposed to still pursue this objective. However, the way you were going about it was what was deceptive, and that's what they want you to understand. It would have been unlikely for you to fulfill something or get something done or reach a goal on this path. That's why it ends. Angel number 999 is here. That speaks of a circumstances ending. So your current circumstances will end. The end may at first be like, shucks, like, dang, that's really, I mean, really? And they're showing a little bit of a worry, but they want you to know that they're ending so you could take advantage of better ones. Okay. Because I see you experiencing significant change. Coming, either it's coming up or it's happening now, and they want you to realize that it would be best to look at things as a series of cycles or chapters. As a cycle is here, you want to look at this as like, this is just a chapter in my book, the story is not over. You know what I mean? It's just that one chapter. Now it's on to the next chapter. You want to say the universe supports me in every way. You want to say that because you'll see that the universe will always make a way for you to reach your goals, right? Especially as they are in the temperance energy, which is, that's a purpose of yours. You're meant to do this. You're meant to succeed. You're meant to be filled with passion. You're meant, whatever your ambitions are, you're meant to reach those ambitions. You're meant to match it or to get from point A to point B. You are. Just some ways won't get you there. You might have been, you don't even realize you might have been going, you know, over the river and through the woods. You know what I mean? And they're like, no, that road would have got you to grandmother's house. You went the long way. I feel that someone around you is admires you greatly. I think someone has deeper feelings for you than you know around you, and this would be someone that you feel comfortable sharing, having heart to hearts with. If this is someone in your space, if you feel like you can bear certain things to a person that you never felt like you could do with anyone else, that particular person has deep feelings for you, like deep feelings for you. Um, I feel that this person may try to encourage you to have confidence. They may want to encourage you to nourish yourself, like eat healthy. Here, drink something. Here, eat something. This may be someone who's like, why don't you just sit back and chill? Or I'm seeing that energy. Okay, I see second house and Pluto placements also, and this is about your self-worth transforming. Instead of feeling like you're just that person that people just steal on, people just take from me, people just lie to me, you're starting to reevaluate your worth. I feel that that's the case because Spirit is going to show you how important you are by arranging things in your space, by bringing something new. If you get a new opportunity that replaces an old one, however painful that old one losing it was, if you get a new opportunity, Spirit loves you. You already know. You are loved. You know what I mean? The vast universe is Four of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. It's important not to think that you just are stardust, just blowing in the wind. You're just dust in the wind. It's so important. Spirit doesn't want you to feel that way. If you do, if you're walking around going, because honestly, I'm seeing deception and I'm still seeing thievery. And I feel like when we go through that as people, not just signs, it doesn't matter. I mean, the sign does matter to some degree, but it starts to make you feel like, what am I, chopped liver? Like, why did you feel like it was important to just waste my energy like that? Like, do I not matter? You know what I mean? And so Spirit's like, nah, don't even let that tap your threshold. Don't even let it think that it's going to come through and darken your doorstep. You matter. What do you really want? The vast universe speaks about where we're headed, typically spiritually, and I feel that for a lot of you, it's very important to focus on what you know to be true, and the fact that you have given your all is something that should give you a lot of confidence that your contribution to things, what you've done, maybe you brought authenticity, and you should be so proud of yourself. You should be so secure in who you freaking are, that you did what you were supposed to do. The vast universe is about holding on to what you've learned, but what you've learned is, it's always important to give your all, and what you're in your circumstances, and that they're also speaking about how you should have a peace of mind because you meant well, or because you were honest about your ambitions. You should, you know what I mean? Feel encouraged by that, if that makes sense, right? Increase with the Three of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Goodness gracious, chocolate. I keep chocolate, smelling chocolate, tasting it. Listen, nourish yourself. nourish yourself, whether you've got to make sure you take your vitamins. Okay. Make sure that you are doing things that are feel good to the soul. Watch your Chicken Soup for the Soul movies. You know what I'm saying? uh, Make sure that you are engulfing yourself with things that nourish you. Okay, Nine of Wands and the Three of Swords, though, with an increase, is speaking about how you may feel that when something ends, that the pressure builds, the pressure is mounting. And that would also indicate that for many of you, the new thing that comes into your space is something utterly new. The swords are telling me that you are going to be like, you're you're really going with the flow. Like this looks like being quick on your feet, clever on your feet. You're going to have to think on your feet. It's going to increase. And that may make you feel to some degree like you're wounded and you're still fighting kind of thing. So some of you may feel exhausted spiritually, deep down exhausted. It would be super important to rest when you can. It would be really important today to wear your comfy clothes. You know what I mean? Um, Increase would tell me that also too. They're wanting you to watch the way you're thinking. They want you to not to think of yourself as fodder for a thief. What is it? What's on my back? Is I have a sign? Do I have a sign on my back that says take? That says lie? They want you to watch that thought process. It's time to have a more beginner mind. Go back to the way you were before someone did something to you. You know what I mean? Go back to thinking the same way you were before, like how you were like, the world is my oyster and I'm out here trying to conquer it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get me a pearl necklace. The world's my oyster. Trying to get out here and gather my pearls. Like, you got to get back into that space, because there's so much untapped potential. I feel like this is just to show you how much of a purpose you really truly do have. And I know how that sounds, but typically when we have these problems, spirit does transmute it, which means they transform it, because energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It's just here, right? And in this realm, that's how that works. But what they do is take what energy is there and turn it into something beneficial for you, which is the art of transmutation. And that's what they're doing for you. And they want you to see how you can turn some frown upside down into a smile. Um, this is beautiful to me. So either way, the angel number today, right? Today is it represents a 5. Okay. So this would be about you needing to keep moving. Okay. They want you to just keep it going, stay busy. If you've got an objective, if you've got a goal, you got to stay busy. Um, Make room for new things. As something ends, start clearing that crap out. If it's like it's say a romantic connection, I just see more so of a person feeling like, uh, if you don't have love in your life, there's a friend, there's a person in your space that maybe you feel comfortable speaking to. And this could be some rare bird. Like, you're like, oh, I go to the freaking gas station and I just find myself telling the attendant when they ask me how I'm doing, I find myself telling them the truth. That person has feelings for you, you know, there. And you may feel like it's wrong in a sense for, maybe there's something going on with them. Perhaps they are connected to someone. Perhaps um, it doesn't seem like they're showing a lot of interest, but that's not the case. Wherever you are going, it feels like people have you have a lot of secret admirers, man. And if you're in a romantic connection, it is super important that you sit down and really express your feelings to someone. It feels like they love you more than they're letting on. They may act like everything's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We ate. It's cool. But in reality, they really have deeper feelings for you than they're telling you, which may also give you pause. Like, really? Why aren't you speaking? Why don't you just tell me instead of making me, walk this fine line of something? Yeah. So either way, you could be dealing with an Aquarius. I see Sagittarius and Gemini. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn Aquarius cusp. You could be an Aries Taurus cusp as well. I'm seeing Sagittarius Capricorn cusp, Taurus Gemini. cusp also. If you're not dealing with those signs, but you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.